Maybe mining's back. $100 in Bitcoin in only 3 days? I think that's pretty good. By the time you see this video, I think the party's gonna be over. I'm trying to be a good YouTuber, a good miner, and not spoil the fun for anybody who is paying attention. But what's been happening is something that I don't really completely understand has been going on the Conflux network, leading to crazy profitability for us GPU miners, whether you mine to both Conflux itself, or in my case, which you'll see in just a bit, mining over to NiceHash. So as I'm making this video, profits have definitely come down quite a bit, but you can see just taking in the last several months, year plus, I guess, we're still doing pretty good. And I'm on What's Mine here with 3070. With all the default terrible performance hash rates that it has, your cards will do better. Please chase better performance and efficiency than the numbers that What to Mine gives you. But anyway, you can see right there, Conflux coming in, if you mine directly at 65 cents profit per day, and then over on NiceHash, the Octopus algorithm, which is Conflux's algorithm, is currently paying out 59 cents per day on a single 3070. This has definitely come down, but even so, still looking really good. Something to consider here. Again, the party's probably over, but mining Conflux means you got to do exchanges and all that stuff, where mining to NiceHash, you get paid out right in Bitcoin. I like that, big fan of that. So that's what's been going on. So what did Mike do? Mike moved over the NVIDIA rigs he currently has online over to mine Conflux. And the rigs that I did was I have this one here, which is a 6-card rig, which is 5 3060 Ti's and a 3070. Moved that over. And then I also moved over this rig, which was on Flux, which is 12 3070s over to mine Conflux. And then I put on, for the first time in a long time, the Octominer, which has 12 3070s in it, and that is also mining over on Conflux. And I got some quick overclocks in there and just got them like as good as I can get, because it just really didn't matter for the amount of profit that they were making per day. And so even now, as I'm making this video, still looking pretty good. I have those cards in here on What to Mine and the amount of wattage that they're pulling. And if I mine Conflux directly, I'm making $17.65 in profit per day. And if I mine over to NiceHash, I'm just about $16 per day. And so NiceHash has been the way to go for me, because I really love to take advantage of any spikes in this stuff to just stack Bitcoin. And so here you can see I started this late on December 16th, and I have the 16th, all day 17th, all day 18th. And right now, as I'm making this video, it's the morning of the 19th. And so holistically, about 3 days, and if I take all of that, here's what I made: $104.64 total revenue in Bitcoin in those rigs mining directly to NiceHash with the Octopus algorithm. And not all of those rigs were on at the same time. Some of them joined the party later as I moved them over or as I turned them on for the first time. So all of that gets me really excited to take a look at what other mining rigs I have just sitting around, which brings us to this rig. This is a 6-card 3060 rig, which has been having some issues, and I want to work through that in the remainder of this video. I know that some of these cards are running incredibly warm to the point where it shuts down the rig, and I know that I think one of these is also not recognized at all. So I want to start working through that. We'll get this powered up, look in Hive OS, troubleshoot these, get them all fixed up, and then see what's most profitable for these GPUs. Got Ethernet, got power plugged in. Let's power this thing up, see what we get. And looking at it now, you can see I got 4 Zotac 3060s and then 2 really nice EVGA 3060s, all on a single 1000 watt power supply. And then I have some MSI motherboard on this thing that out of the norm for what I would use, but I probably bought it when motherboards were hard to come by for GPU mining. Checking out the cards, I can see a dead fan on this Zotac card right away. Not spinning at all. So we're gonna try something for that. And I can see some of these other Zotac fans are pretty wobbly. But let's jump into Hive OS and see if this rig is recognized and what GPUs are showing up. Looking like the last thing this was mining was Dynex. Let's go ahead and adjust that. I'm gonna go to the flight sheet here, and I'm gonna set this for Octopus using T-Rex Miner. And then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna leave the core where it is, and we'll adjust that a little bit based on temperatures. But I'm gonna get the memory clock, probably starting just up to 2000 and see how the GPUs do there. No power limits for me on this algorithm. You can, if you'd like to control the amount of wattage they're pulling a little bit, but I like to set the core where it is, and then just based on the silicon lottery of the GPUs, they'll pull as much wattage as they need to achieve said hash rate. I also have auto fan set on right now, and I already know that's probably going to be an issue because some of the fans on these GPUs aren't working. So let this get revved up and we'll see what kind of temperatures we get and all of that. So far so good. I'm going to pull this card off, see if we can deal with this fan. This fan kind of works. It's not great. It gets stuck, but this one just nothing at all. So what I want to do is try something that somebody sent me a while ago, which is some sewing machine oil inside the fan to see if I can get it to spin again without replacing it. So hopefully I can do this without taking the GPU apart. I've done this before, but it's been a long time. So what I'm going to do is just take out the screws that actually hold the fan in from the fan side of the card. That has completely freed up the fan, so I can turn it upside down. It's very, very dirty. So I want to see where I can get the oil in to see if this can spin again. So what I've done before and I'm going to do again is actually take this back part of the fan off so I can get inside and add some lubricant to it. On some of the GPUs, it's lasted quite a long time. On others, the fan has fallen off. So we're going to give it a go right now. I'm going to pry that back part off and we're going to take a look inside. Okay, so here's how this works. The fan sits in that hole right in there, and that's what needs to get some lubricant. And you can see that piece that sits in there right there. So I'm going to add some lubricant to that, and then we're going to test this out. I think that'll be enough. Fan thing is screwed back down. Now it's time to snap this fan right back into place. That's what I like to see. Fan is spinning way better than before, and my concern is that it would come back out, but it feels in there really solid. Let's get this back in the rig. Up and mining right now, looking really good. Let's check out the mining software. I'm using T-Rex miner, and you can see the performance. I'm getting a little over 44 mega hash on each GPU. And the memory overclocks that I'm running right now are 2200. I might be able to push a little bit more, though it seems pretty stable as it is. And then the core, I'm running 1410 on all of those GPUs, though. That's kind of like a sliding scale. The more I give it, the more performance I'll get, the hotter it'll run, more power to pull. And then the same is true in the opposite direction. If I pull it back, a little less performance, less power. So I'm just monitoring my temperature of the cards, especially this is going to go back out in the garage with the rest of the rigs. And maintaining cool GPUs is going to be really important while it's out there. Other things I wanted to take a look at. Let's take a look on what to mine, the profitability of this rig. As of making this video right now, doing about 265 mega hash in total, and all the GPUs together are pulling 750 watts. And looking at Conflux and then looking at NiceHash Octopus. On NiceHash, I'll be doing in profit a little over $2 a day on this mining rig, which is still pretty good considering everything that's occurred in the last couple years. I'll certainly take that. But the other thing I wanted to take a look at is as I move off of Octopus, as I'm sure it will not stay profitable for long, what else might I want to mine with these GPUs? So heading on what to mine, again, just using their terrible overclocks and power that they have for all the algorithms here. You can absolutely beat that on all of these. I want to see what other coins are coming on profitable, at least to get me in a ballpark. I've never heard of this one. This one's been around a while. I've heard of that. I've heard of some of these, but the one that I'm eyeing up is the one I've been hitting in some of my videos lately, is perhaps I move this rig over to Kapow on Yaxa and it joins some solo mining. I'm not sure. I also still have some solo mining I like to do on Firo because I never reached the node that I started for a couple years ago, though I'm pretty close. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like button if you did. Sub to the channel. Take care of yourself, each other. See you in the next video.